Setting up your Masterbuilt electric smoker doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, it's so simple you wish you've done it sooner. In this complete guide, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know, from setting it up for the first time to adding wood chips and troubleshooting common issues. Stick around and I'll make sure you have all the confidence to get perfect barbecue every time. Let's get started. Before you start using your Masterbuilt electric smoker, you need to know how it works. Let's go over the key parts, how to set it up, and one common mistake to avoid. The digital control panel. This is where you adjust the temperature and the cooking time. The heating element. This is what provides the heat inside the smoker. The wood chip tray. This is where you add wood chips to create smoke for flavor. The water pan. This helps regulate temperature and keeps food from drying out. The racks. These hold your food, and you can adjust or remove them depending on what you're cooking. Before plugging it in, make sure your smoker is in a good location. Use it outdoors in a well-ventilated area. Even though it's electric, it still produces smoke. Keep it away from walls or anything flammable to prevent heat damage. Make sure it's on a level surface. I once had an uneven surface and there was a trail of grease after the smoking session. Now that your smoker's in place, let's do a quick check before turning it on. Plug it into a grounded outlet. Some people say to avoid using a long extension cord since that can affect the performance, but I have never had an issue using one. Check the heating element inside the smoker to make sure it's in there securely. The heating element can come loose if you have moved the smoker recently. Turn it on and set it for a low temperature to make sure it's heating up properly. Now, before you start cooking, there's one important step that you don't want to skip. Next, I'll show you how to season your smoker so it works properly and gives you the best flavor. You might be wondering, do I really need to season my Masterbuilt electric smoker? The short answer is yes, and it's simple yet an important step. If your smoker is brand new, seasoning helps burn off any factory residues, and if you bought it used, it will get rid of any leftover food residue from previous cooks from other people. Skipping the step can lead to weird smells in your food and even impact how your smoker performs. But don't worry, it's quick, easy, and something you only need to do once before your first cook. And here's how you do it. You're going to preheat the smoker. Set your smoker to 275 degrees Fahrenheit and let it run for 3 hours to burn off residues. Then, in the last 30 to 45 minutes, add wood chips to enhance the flavor. Then, you're going to apply a thin layer of vegetable oil to the racks or the interior to prevent rust. And then, you're going to turn off the smoker and let it cool and wipe away any excess oil. Now, let's talk about one of the most important steps, adding wood chips. This is where your food gets that deep, smoky flavor that makes all the difference. First, let's pick the right wood chips. Different woods give different flavors, so it's all about what you're cooking. Hickory has a strong, bold smoke, great for ribs or brisket. Apple or cherry add a mild, sweet flavor, perfect for chicken or pork. Oak is a solid all-around choice that works well with pretty much anything. And mesquite has a strong, earthy taste, great for beef, but use it sparingly. Now, let's load up the smoker. Masterbuilt makes it super simple with a side loading tray. Just open it up, drop in a small handful of dry wood chips, slide the track back in, and turn it to dump the wood chips into the smoker. No need to soak them. This smoker works best with dry chips. Now, how often should you add more? You want to toss in fresh chips every 30 to 45 minutes to keep the smoke going. But don't overdo it. Too much smoke can make your food taste bitter, and a little goes a long way. Now, I've got to ask, what's your go-to wood for smoking? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'm always curious to see what other people like to use. And if you're new to backyard barbecue and want a little extra help with cooking times and temperatures, I've got a free guide that'll make things super easy for you. It covers everything from meats to veggies, and it's perfect for getting started. Just drop 100 in the comments below, and I'll send it your way. One thing that a lot of beginners forget is how long it takes to preheat your smoker. To preheat it, simply turn on your Masterbuilt and set the temperature for your desired level. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to reach that right temperature. This is important, so don't rush it. A proper preheat ensures the smoker heats evenly and gets ready to cook your meat perfectly. And if you skip the preheat or don't wait long enough, your cooking is going to be uneven. You might even end up with cold spots or undercooked meat. Let the smoke stabilize and get nice and hot before you start smoking. Should you use water in your Masterbuilt electric smoker? Yes, you definitely should. The water pan in your Masterbuilt electric smoker helps keep your meat moist while it cooks. When you add water, it creates steam, maintaining the right humidity levels inside the smoker. This moisture helps prevent your meat from drying out, especially during longer smoking sessions. Unlike a charcoal smoker, where moisture naturally comes from the fat rendering and hits those coals, the water pan in your electric smoker provides that essential humidity throughout the cook. If you skip the water pan, the air inside the smoker can become too dry, leading to tougher, less juicy meat. So while it's not a deal breaker, adding water really helps improve the final result. Now, let's talk about how to get that juicy, tender barbecue you've been dreaming of. Here's the secret. Consistent temperature is key. Make sure you're monitoring the smoker regularly to keep it all at the right temperature. Don't forget to check your meat's internal temperature with a meat thermometer. You want that perfect cook without overcooking or undercooking. After you're done smoking, cleaning your smoker is essential to maintain its performance and extend its life. And I'll walk you through the proper cleaning process after the first use. First, let your smoker cool completely before cleaning. Start by removing the grease tray and any leftover food debris. Wipe it down with a paper towel or cloth. Be gentle but thorough to avoid greasy buildup. Next, clean the water pan. If you used it, empty it and wash it with warm soapy water. Scrub away any residue to prevent it from affecting the taste of your next cook. For easier cleanup, line the water pan with aluminum foil. This way you can just dump the water and pull out the foil without much fuss. Finally, grab a cloth and wipe down the interior of the smoker to remove any leftover grease or smoke residue. If you come across any stubborn spots, use a non-abrasive cleaner. Be gentle when doing this. I don't want to remove any of the seasoning. I just want to clean up any creosote buildup. So now you've got your Masterbuilt electric smoker all set up and ready to go. But here's the thing, your setup is just the first step. What's the point of having this awesome smoker if you don't know how to cook the perfect prime rib on it? Click on this video right here, and I'll walk you through step by step on how to smoke a juicy, tender prime rib on your Masterbuilt electric smoker. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. I'll see you there.